Greetings, people who really like the accordion, but have to put up with this crap. Music theory. I've been talking about my music ideas, my theories, my premises and all that for over 4 years. And I wanted to let people know that I don't take it too seriously. It's fun. I'm on the internet here for 4 years sharing ideas and systems that I developed many, many years ago, decades ago. And they're just tools for discovery. My ideas and systems and schemes and techniques might not work, or they might work great. It's tentative, so you decide. You the viewer, decide. I'm trying to wrap it up here and move on to different things, to get away from accordion and grammar videos and move on to other fun stuff. So I'd like just to review the song shape idea, which is tentative, one more time, and then move on. In this video, I played a song, and in this video, I showed how to play it. I showed the chords, and here are the chords. Okay, I showed you that. And then in this video, my last video, all right, number 19A, I talked about how there might possibly be something inside a song, any given song, that's unseen, something beautiful that's unseen, something that some people might not even ever think about. In other words, an essence or a structure inside a song that might be of some kind of spiritual or mystical value, okay? I know it sounds goofy. So I showed you this list of chords, and I played them, right? And I determined that by looking at those chords, now that's without looking at a piece of music with a key signature, okay? That's without looking at notated music, just looking at the chords, all right? I determined that we had an E flat major chord and an E flat major key, okay? And I refer to that in my mind, in my warped mind, as the exterior key. It's a key that's on the surface, it's obvious. It's the key that's submitted to you through the nature of the song itself, okay? And I took one of my amplified circle of fifths sheets, blank, right? I took a blank one, and I took the root tone of each chord in the song, and I mapped it out on that circle. And the song, as you might recall, was called The Shadow House, all right? And I got what I call a song shape, all right? It's something that I threw into the mix, into one of my theories, which the amplified circle of fifths, which I really like. But I was trying to push it, trying to extend it. And I don't know if I succeeded. So keeping in mind, looking at the song shape, all right, looking at the song shape, I kept in mind Western music theory and history. That's basically the history and theory of music that you would find over the many, many centuries in Europe and the United States, okay? Western music. So I kept that in mind, and I kept in mind that in Western music theory, the major scale or the major theme is very important, critical, and the minor theme. In other words, they got their major scale and their major ideas and notions from the Ionian mode, and they got their minor scale and mood from the Aeolian mode. That's how they got it. They just start calling it major and minor, all right? So I kept that concept in mind. Oh, and I wanted to tell you on the last video, at the 9-minute 52-second point, I think I said E minor, and I should have said E flat minor. I'm pretty sure I screwed that up. So I discovered, keeping the major minor concept, the Western music theory mentality in mind, I discovered that we had these scales right off the bat. They popped out. I found the E flat minor scale, that's the name in my system. E flat major minor, C minor 2, and C minor 2 augmented. So I found these scales, but I noticed something. Keeping in mind Western music theory, okay, its basis, I discovered that there was an A flat flavor in there. And also in that last video, where at the 12-minute 38-second point, I think I said A flat minor, and I should have said A flat major. So I should have said A flat major, because I noticed also in that chord shape these scales, and this is the great thing. I didn't get to go into detail yesterday, but this was a great discovery. I found the A flat major scale in the chord shape. Okay, now you know, we determined that the exterior key was indeed E flat. See, we looked at that and we determined that. But I also saw something else in my mind, in my warped little mind. I saw the A flat major scale. Now in my system, if you watch my videos, I have scale phrases. That's how I make scales. 2 scale phrases. Here's a major scale phrase. Here's a major. So that's the major scale. And as I mentioned yesterday, I also discovered the C minor scale, which is the Phrygian mode of A flat. In other words, you start your scale on the 3rd degree of this scale. And I also discovered the E flat major minor scale, which you'd probably call that a dominant scale in traditional terminology. All right, so I have your E flat major minor scale, and I mentioned the C minor 2 scale, and your E flat major minor is the Mixolydian mode actually, and that's the mode built on the 5th scale degree of A flat major. See, that's the 5th scale degree. Then I also noticed another beautiful thing, and this is why the prominence of the A flat theme popped out a little extra, because I also found the A flat major minor scale, all right, in that song shape. And of course, the major minor scale is what you would traditionally call the dominant scale, as I mentioned. So this is what I saw. Okay, I saw this in the chord shape. Now, granted, I was looking for it. The average person will say, well, I don't look for this crap and I'm not going to find it. I don't care. That's why I said some of my systems are in place. They're solid. But some are a little bit iffy, a little bit tentative. And this is one that maybe somebody will take this and run with it. Take this and run with it and make it better, develop it, or maybe take away something, okay? So the point is, I call this A flat the ulterior key. Okay, that's the ulterior key. You have on the surface the obvious exterior key, that's obvious. And if you have a piece of notated music and it has a key signature, you know right away it's E flat, okay? But the ulterior key, unless you're a professional composer, for example, I know a man in Albuquerque, a composer named Michael Malden, who is one of the finest human beings you'll ever meet. And he's very, very bright. He might already know this. I might be saying things he already knows, but inside that piece of music, and I have almost every one of his CDs, so inside that music, he might know there's the ulterior key. I'm not sure, but you see, a professional might be able to feel it and even hear it. But for us dummies who have to do everything step by step and be hand-fed, you see, we can discover it. We can discover it, and I'm suggesting, and it's only a suggestion, I know you think it's silly, but I'm suggesting that maybe the chord shape might be the tool to do it. Might be the tool to do it. And that's it. I know it takes so long. The clock goes so fast when I do these videos. So really, 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 I'd like to move on to psychology and philosophy and try to say things that are real and meaningful, and probably lose most of my subscribers. That's okay, because I have a slightly, if you couldn't tell already, conservative and slightly mystical bent. But that's just the way it goes. It's helped me in my life, helped me have great joy with my children and my wife, who's an angel. So I'm like this, and doubt that I'll change too much. Anyway, thanks for being incredibly patient over the years. And I'd really like to move on to something different. Good night.